Born as an untouchable child, denied water, forced to sit separately, insulted by society. But this same boy later became the man who wrote the Constitution of India. This is not just a story of success, this is a story of pain, struggle, self-respect, and revolution. This is the unbelievable life story of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar.
Dr. Bhimrao Ramji Ambedkar was born on April 14, 1891 in Mahau, present-day Madhya Pradesh. He was born into a poor Mahar family. During that time, society considered his caste untouchable. People believed touching them would bring impurity. Even small children from lower castes faced humiliation every day. Ambedkar's father, Ramji Maloji Sakpal, worked in the British Indian Army. Though the family struggled financially, his father strongly believed in education. But life was extremely difficult. Ambedkar was the 14th child in the family. Many of his siblings died young because of poverty and poor health conditions. From the beginning, life tested him harshly. As a child, Ambedkar experienced cruel caste discrimination. In school, he was forced to sit separately. Teachers avoided touching his notebooks. Other students treated him differently. But the most painful thing was water. Ambedkar was not allowed to drink water like other children. A peon had to pour water from a distance. If the peon was absent, Ambedkar stayed thirsty the entire day. This painful memory later became famous as "No peon, no water." Imagine being a small child and being treated as less than human. These humiliations deeply affected Ambedkar. He realized very early that society judged people not by talent, but by caste. But Ambedkar refused to give up. Instead of accepting defeat, he chose education as his weapon. He studied for long hours. He remained disciplined. He ignored insults and focused on learning. In 1907, he became one of the first Dalits to pass matriculation. This was considered almost impossible during that period. Later, he joined Elphinstone College in Bombay. For many people from oppressed communities, higher education was only a dream. But Ambedkar broke barriers. He studied economics, politics, and social sciences. The boy denied water was now building knowledge powerful enough to challenge society itself. Ambedkar later received a scholarship from the Maharaja of Baroda. This changed his life forever. He traveled to the United States and joined Columbia University. For the first time in his life, he experienced something unusual: equality. Nobody asked his caste. Nobody insulted him. Nobody treated him as untouchable. For the first time, he felt respected as a human being. This deeply changed his thinking. At Columbia University, he studied economics, sociology, philosophy, politics, human rights. He learned about democracy and equality. He understood how modern societies worked. The pain of his childhood slowly transformed into a powerful vision for social justice. Ambedkar later moved to London. He studied at the London School of Economics. He also trained in law at Gray's Inn. He earned advanced degrees in economics and law. Very few Indians at that time reached this level of education. A poor boy from an oppressed caste was now among the most educated people in the world. But destiny still had more struggles waiting for him. After returning to India, Ambedkar hoped education would bring respect. But caste discrimination continued. Hotels rejected him. People insulted him. Workers threw files toward him instead of handing them directly. Nobody wanted to touch him. Nobody wanted to give him accommodation. Even after becoming highly educated, he was still treated as untouchable. This broke his heart. But it also awakened something powerful inside him. He realized education alone could not destroy caste discrimination. Society itself needed change. And from that moment, Ambedkar transformed from a scholar into a revolutionary leader. Ambedkar dedicated his life to fighting for oppressed communities. He encouraged people to study, organize, fight injustice peacefully. His famous slogan became, "Educate, agitate, organize." He believed education was the path to freedom. In 1927, Ambedkar led the historic Mahad Satyagraha. At that time, Dalits were not allowed to drink water from public tanks. Think about that. Human beings were denied basic rights simply because of caste. Ambedkar publicly drank water from the Chavdar tank to challenge this injustice. This became a historic movement against untouchability, but upper castes reacted violently. Still, Ambedkar did not back down. Narration: Ambedkar believed some caste-based traditions were responsible for social oppression. In 1927, he publicly burned Manusmriti as a protest against caste inequality. This shocked society. For many oppressed people, Ambedkar became a symbol of courage and resistance. He was no longer fighting only for himself. He was fighting for millions. Ambedkar understood something important. Without political power, social reform would remain incomplete. So he entered politics. He demanded equal rights, representation, voting rights, education, human dignity. He founded organizations and movements for oppressed communities. He became their voice, a voice society could no longer ignore. One of the biggest moments in Ambedkar's political life was his conflict with Mahatma Gandhi. Ambedkar wanted separate electorates for Dalits. He believed oppressed communities should choose their own representatives independently. But Gandhi opposed this idea. He began a fast unto death. The nation became tense. Under pressure, Ambedkar signed the Pune Pact in 1932. Many historians believe this was emotionally painful for him. He felt forced to compromise. But he chose national stability over conflict. Then came the moment that changed Indian history forever. After independence, Ambedkar became chairman of the drafting committee of the Indian Constitution. This became his greatest achievement. The same child once denied water was now writing the laws of an entire nation. Ambedkar worked day and night. He helped create constitutional protections for equality, freedom, democracy, fundamental rights, religious freedom, protection against discrimination. Most importantly, untouchability was abolished legally. Because of this incredible contribution, Ambedkar became known as the father of the Indian Constitution. Ambedkar later became independent India's first law minister. He worked on labor rights, women's rights, worker protections, economic reforms, social justice. Many of his ideas were far ahead of his time. He supported maternity benefits and equal legal protections. His vision was not just political, it was deeply human. Behind Ambedkar's achievements, there was also deep personal pain. His wife, Ramabai, supported him through poverty and struggle. Their life was filled with hardship. Several of their children died young. The emotional pain was unbearable. Later, Ramabai herself passed away in 1935. Ambedkar was heartbroken, but even through grief, he continued working for society. He carried pain inside him silently. Years of non-stop work slowly damaged Ambedkar's health. He suffered from diabetes, poor eyesight, sleeplessness, stress, neuropathic pain, but he continued writing, speaking, and fighting for justice. Even when his body became weak, his determination remained strong.
On December 6, 1956, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar passed away in New Delhi. At the time of his death, he was working on his final book, The Buddha and His Dhamma. Millions mourned his death, but his ideas never died. His memorial at Chaitya Bhumi in Mumbai became an important place for followers. Even today, people gather there to remember Babasaheb. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar achieved what society once believed was impossible. He became Scholar of Columbia University, student of London School of Economics, barrister at Gray's Inn, chairman of the Constitution Drafting Committee, first Law Minister of India, greatest voice against untouchability. But his greatest achievement was bigger than titles. He gave hope to millions of oppressed people. Ambedkar's words continue to inspire people across generations. One of his most famous quotes was, "Educate, agitate, organize." Another powerful quote, "Life should be great rather than long." And another, "Cultivation of mind should be the ultimate aim of human existence." These were not just words. Ambedkar lived by them. The life of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar teaches us many important lessons. Lesson 1. Education can change destiny. Even when society rejected him, education gave him power. Lesson 2. Pain can become strength. Instead of giving up, he transformed suffering into purpose. Lesson 3. Speak against injustice. Ambedkar challenged powerful systems fearlessly. Lesson 4. Self-respect matters. He believed every human being deserves dignity. Lesson 5. Discipline changes life. From poverty and humiliation, he became one of India's greatest leaders. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar's life was not just the story of one man. It was the story of struggle against injustice, the story of rising through education, the story of courage against discrimination, and the story of building a better nation. He faced rejection, humiliation, poverty, loneliness, and pain. But he never stopped learning, he never stopped fighting, and he never stopped believing in equality. That is why millions still call him Babasaheb. His story proves one powerful truth. Your birth does not decide your future. Your courage, your education, and your determination do. If you liked this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Jai Bhim.